Hey guys, what is up? It is Dominic, and in this video, we're going to be breaking down websites and funnels inside of GoHighLevel. Now, this is a video I have made in the past, and it's actually one of my most viewed videos ever. But as we all know, GoHighLevel is constantly adapting and changing, and one of those things that changes all the time is the website builder feature. So there are so many new buttons, so many new things to play around with, and I haven't really made an updated video on this, so what a perfect time. I think that's where my YouTube channel is headed, basically just breaking down the main features of GoHighLevel, especially when they change over time. But before I get into the website builder and I show you exactly how to use it, how to build your own websites for yourself or for your clients, I first need to introduce myself to anyone who's brand new to the channel. My name is Dominic Baptist. I'm actually one of the top affiliates in the world for GoHighLevel, and I have been one of the top affiliates for a very, very long time. It's crazy to even say I've been in this game for over 3 years now. It feels like just yesterday I found GoHighLevel and it absolutely changed my life. And for that reason, I have a ton of new things coming and a lot that I've already done that you guys don't know about yet. So I definitely need to plug that real quick because one of those things you can actually get right now completely for free. And that is my Business 101 course. It is finally live. You guys can get this right now for free. I'm going to leave a link in the description below. You can actually get through the entire course in about an hour. And it's what I've been working on for the last 2 months. So let me break it down for you real quick so you get a better understanding of what the Business 101 course actually is. As you can see, when you hop in the course, it's bright, it's vibrant, it catches your attention. And right here at the top, it says, learn everything about starting a business from square one, finally answering the age-old question, how do I start a business? This is a question that I get asked every single day from family and friends, from affiliates, from students, regular comments from strangers. Everybody wants to start a business, but they have no idea where to even start. So not only do I show you how to start your business, I show you how to finish it as well. I mean, I go into implementation right here. And if we scroll down even more, I cover the marketing, and then scroll down even more and I cover the exit strategy. That means you learn how to start and finish your entire business all in a single course. And I freaking love these videos. I poured my heart and soul into them and I'm giving them away for free. Yes, completely free. And if you don't believe me, go to the description of this video right now and sign in. You'll see it's free. And I know what you're wondering, what's the catch, Dom? There has to be a catch. No one puts this much information out for free. Do you have to be an affiliate of mine to get this? Absolutely not, but there is a catch. I am doing this to promote my brand new school community. As you can see right here, this is my new school community, which sadly is not free, but the reason it's not free is because there is so much value in here that it would take me 20 minutes just to explain. So let me give you a quick summarized version of this community. Number one, I started with 2 other GHL powerhouses, Preston Rhodes and Connor Zorow. They're actually 2 students of mine from back in the day. They both went off and did their own thing, absolutely crushed it, and then we linked back up to build an insane GoHighLevel community, arguably the best community of all time for GoHighLevel, where you not only get all of my affiliate offers, you get all their affiliate offers too, and everything we've ever done. All the snapshots, all the courses, all the videos, they're all in here, plus all the new snapshots that we're creating. As you can see right here, we do live founder calls where we go live every single week, and then you can hop in there, ask us any questions you want. We record the calls so you can watch them later. And then on top of that, we're doing an entire segment where we build businesses from scratch and record the entire thing. I mean, that is insane. This could take 6 months to a year, but you're going to get to watch the entire business being built. All the mistakes, all the successes, literally everything. It's so raw, it's so real, and it's a huge segment that me, Preston, and Connor really, really want to implement. And we already are. We've already filmed multiple episodes where we take just an idea and we make it a reality. We're also offering coaching calls in here where you can book time with just me or just Connor or just Preston, or even calls with all 3 of us at the same time. So many insane things. And that's not all. We're also offering a marketplace. Yes, a marketplace where you can come in here and you can actually pick which services that you want, whether you want your website built, you want professionally onboarded, you're having trouble with A2P, anything that you could imagine inside of GoHighLevel, we are going to have services for those things. And you can just pick and choose. It's going to be massive. It's going to be incredible. So you definitely want to be inside of the school community because you're going to get huge discounts for all of those offers. And then you're going to get every single resource that we've ever had all inside of here. So do not miss out. Definitely check it out. But before you do that, go through the Business 101 course. One thing you may have noticed inside of this course is that some videos are orange and some videos are purple. Well, I did this on purpose. The orange videos are the blueprint videos. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to click on name and logo creation, but I'm going to do the orange one. So as you can see in the orange videos, it is the complete blueprint. It's just me talking over a backdrop, telling you exactly what you need to do in order to start a business. Not just a SaaS business, not an SMMA, any type of business. I break it all down. That's the point of this course. It's to start businesses. I'm currently running 7 different businesses and I'm recording everything. So like I said, the orange videos are what you need to do. And these purple videos right here, are how you do it. So for instance, I tell you exactly what you need to do. You need to create a business name, you need a logo, yada, yada, yada. And then in the purple videos over here, it's me creating the business name. It's me creating the website. It's how to actually do it. So you not only learn what to do, you learn how to do it. That's why these purple videos are very, very important. And if you click on one of them, you'll notice it's locked because the purple videos are not in the free course. I'm sorry guys, I'm not that generous. Because I'm giving this out to everyone, including non-affiliates, I can't give away the entire course for free. So the blueprint videos are completely free. You're gonna get to go through every single one, learn exactly what to do to start your own business. This is also really good if you're a SaaS company because you can teach this to your clients and it's gonna help them immensely. Or if you wanna just start your own lawn care business, or maybe you wanna start a power washing business, whatever it is you wanna start, this is going to help you so much. But if you wanna learn how to do it, the purple videos, guess what you have to do? You gotta join the school community. So there you guys go. That's the crazy catch. You're getting thousands and thousands of dollars worth of value for, as of right now, $57. $57 to join the community. And if you click on Classroom right here and you go over to Business Builder 101, there it is. Every single video, including the purple videos, they're all in here. And I'm telling you guys, I go through everything, but I don't want to waste too much of my time. I just really wanted to give a shout out because we haven't fully launched yet. So if you're watching this, definitely check it out now because we have so many incentives, so many cool things coming. I have filmed over 40 videos in the last 2 months and none of them are public. They're only private. They're only in the community. It's where so much of our content is going right now. And we just have so many cool things all going inside of the community. So if you want to get the rest of the course, hop on in, go through the rest of the course. I promise you will not be disappointed. It is awesome. But don't worry guys, I break down everything inside of this video right here. So watch the video, join the free course, go through the blueprint videos. And then when you're ready for the implementation aspect, then hop in the community. But enough rambling. I've rambled way too long. Let's get into the video. It is time for us to build a website. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to build a website inside of GoHighLevel. So many of you guys need this. Websites are the backbone of most businesses because when created correctly, they can be a funnel for your customers to go through that lead them to a sales call or a representative or just an automatic text message that converts them to a customer. That's why your website and your funnel needs to be simple. It needs to have a clear call to action and you got to have good photos. If you have these three things, you're going to be fine. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go inside of GoHighLevel, of course, and you're going to go to the funnels and the website builder. For this scenario, I'm going to start with websites and we're going to click on plus new website at the top right. And then we're going to click on from templates because why would we start from scratch? We've already got amazing templates inside of GoHighLevel. And like I always say, the less you change on a template, the better the website looks. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. It's not going to end well for you. So then click continue. And we've got all these different options here. So for this scenario, I want to do a power washing company as the example. And I doubt they have a power washing template, but that's not going to affect me. So check this out. We'll type in power washing. Let's see if it comes up. And of course it does not, but who cares? There's so many amazing templates. You don't have to choose one that is specific to your industry. So let's type in cleaning. Okay, we've got a ton of different cleaning options here, and some of these look like they could definitely be used. Right out the gate, this one looks super professional. It's called carpet cleaning, so I'm gonna click on that one. All right, I like it so far. It looks really clean. It's kind of girly, so I don't know if I would use these fonts, but let me scroll down even more. I like when they have the little graphics right here, but let's keep going, keep going. I love that when you scroll, you have that little animation. It keeps doing that for every single one, but honestly, I probably wouldn't use this one unless it was specifically for a carpet cleaning company, but I will say it's a really well-made website, and if you were running a cleaning company, you really wouldn't have to change much at all. But for power washing, it's not my style, so we're gonna click X. I'm gonna go down to home services right here, and I'm gonna try to find something general. Now, roofing right here is usually the most general basic template you can find, and that's great because it can work for any industry. So let me click on the roofing one, and when I'm choosing a template, all I do is look for simplicity. If it seems complex and seems like there's a lot of things I need to change, then I'm gone. So let me scroll down a little bit more. So far, this is super easy. I could edit this and adapt this in like an hour. Perfect. I love when they just have photos and text because all you have to do is switch up the text and the photos and you don't have to change the dimensions or anything else. So let me scroll down a little bit more. Yeah, this is perfect. I really like this template. I think you could put a cool video right here. You've got all the questions right here. I mean, everything is great. You've got all the clients, the testimonials, and then of course at the bottom you have the quick links. You can put all your social medias down here and your logo. Okay, so far I think this is the best one that I've seen because of how simple it is. So I'm going to click continue. It's going to add the template for us. All right, guys, now we are inside of the builder and it's going to look like a lot in the beginning. I remember my first time inside of the website builder and it was extremely overwhelming. And that was only when there were like a fourth of the buttons and the features that were even available on the website builder. Now there are so many more. So this may seem overwhelming for a lot of the new people, but trust me, it's not that bad. It's actually one of the easier website builders that I've ever played around with. All you need to understand are the basics, how it actually works. And GoHighLevel's website builder works in terms of sections. So as you can see, when you click the plus add elements over here and you go over here to section section templates, everything you're seeing right here are all the different sections inside of the website builder. So if I come back up here to sections at the top, we've got 4 main sections to choose from. The biggest section is the green section. So that's the full width section. If I drag and drop over here, notice how it is green, and then you can add sections within it. So if I add row, let's do 2 columns. Those 2 columns are going to be blue. That's the blue section, the section 1 step lower than green. Then down here, we've got purple, which is the 3rd section, and you can add elements inside of the purple section. And then finally, that's where you get to everything like the headlines, the subheadlines, all the text that you're going to be adding, the buttons that you're going to be adding, the forms, pretty much everything that you actually build inside of the website. Those are the orange sections. So let me grab headline, pull it over, and boom, see, it's orange. So there you go. That's how the sections work. You've got green for the biggest, then you go down to blue, then you got purple, and then you've got orange. And you can just click on a section. You can duplicate it like this by clicking the little copy icon right here, or you can click the trash can and just delete it. So we're going to delete this one real quick. And now that you understand how the sections work, you can go through the website template and change everything that you need to change. But before we do that, let's break down everything you can actually add inside of the website builder. Because if you know my teaching style and my learning style, then you know that I like to go through every single button and every single feature just so I know that it's there. So let me click on the plus icon again. I'm going to go back to sections, and I'm actually going to click the undo button up here at the top, and we're going to go through every single one. So we already did headline, so you know what that looks like. Let's do subheadline, drag and drop. And there we go. This is what a headline looks like with a sub headline underneath it. And all you have to do is type in what you want to say and you're good to go. It's that simple. So let's click the plus icon again. And the next we have is a paragraph. So let's drag the paragraph over, put it right below the sub headline and paste it. Now the paragraph feature is where you can actually type in long form sentences. This comes in handy when you're trying to explain something or inform someone of something and you need to do it in a paragraph style. Then you're going to use the paragraph option. And if we go over here to the right, you can change everything about these styles. So for instance, we can change the background color up here. So let's change the background color to this red right here. Obviously this looks horrible. We would never do this, but I'm just showing you what it can do because we're going to go through every single button so we know that it's there. Then we're going to scroll down a little bit more. You can change the opacity. So if we did like a heavy fade, notice how it changes everything, makes it a little bit more transparent. Once again, this looks horrible. We would never do this, but these opacities can look really good when you're doing like a background, but probably not the greatest for a text. So we clicked on none, and then letter spacing. If you guys want to change the letter spacing, let's do 3 pixels. Notice how it gets way more spaced out. Once again, doesn't look great. So we're going to go back to normal. And this is just proof that the less that you change on a website, the better off it's going to look. Like, look at this website, look at the font. Everything already looks good. Why would you change it? They even have this like background tint. See how it's way darker than how the photo would really be? That's so you can read the words. It's already good. Don't mess around with it too much. Yes, you're going to have to add new photos and things like that, but just copy exactly what they did. All right, let's scroll back up. Down here, you can do the text align. So you guys know how this works. Anyone who's used like Microsoft Word, you guys know how to change your font sizes, change your text align. So if I click this button right here, the text all go to the left. And if I click this one, everything gets centered. All pretty basic stuff. Now let's scroll down and we can change the font size on mobile and desktop. So this one's desktop, this one's mobile. Obviously we're on desktop right now. So let's change the font size up to 40. And wow, that looks terrible. So we're going to go back down and it looks a little better at 17. So let's scroll down even more. We've got font weight. This is basically just the thickness of the font. So let's go all the way down to extra bold. And that's what it's going to look like. And we're going to scroll down even more. We've got typography type. You've got headline font, content font, and custom font. So let's click on custom font and you can choose the font right here. So let's try Roboto, and there you go. That's what it looks like. Next, we've got icons. So if you guys want to put an icon before the text, you can do that. Let's put the YouTube icon right here, and there you go. You see the YouTube icon right there, and that's how it works. Now we're going to scroll down even more. This is where you change the color of everything, all of your fonts. So this is super important because it gets a little confusing. Notice how there's 6 different options. You need to know what your text is in order to change the correct one. So I'll just change color right here to white, and boom, it changes it all to white. But notice how the icon is still black. So if I go down to icon color and change that to white, then now we have the white icon color. And if you have a link with the text, you can change that here. If you have an underlined text, you can change that there, italic text, and bold text. So everything can be changed individually depending on what the text actually is. So hopefully that makes sense. Mess around with it. You'll get it. It's pretty simple. Now we're going to scroll down to the margins and the padding. This is really important. I've seen so many websites that look okay, but their padding and their margins are terrible. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me show you. So I'm going to click on the margin up here. I'm going to drag that up. And there you go. It pushed everything down because the margin up here is way larger at 50 pixels. Now let me go to the bottom and drag it up again. Now it's even larger. So basically this is just changing the separation and the margins and padding of the actual sections themselves. Let me show you what it looks like down here. So let's say this photo is way too big. We're going to click on the photo and we've got a padding of 160 pixels. So let's click on 160 and let's drag it down. Look at how much smaller that photo just got. And yes, you can do custom. If you scroll all the way up, it's only 50. You can type in 160 and then it goes back to normal. So it's really important to understand margin margins and padding. You're going to be using this all the time to make sure that your website looks clean and good. All right, guys, let's scroll back up, go back to our section right here. And that's pretty much everything in general when editing a section. But we also have animations over here to the right. So we can click on in, and you're going to have those cool animations when people go onto your site. I wouldn't worry about this in the beginning. This is more something you should do at the end if you want to add it at all. But yeah, there are a ton of different animations that you guys can choose from. We've got lightning speed. We've got infinite loop where it can just rock back and forth the whole time. And then we have advanced section over here to the right where you can change a ton of different advanced settings like the box shadow. So click plus, and then you can pull this up and change that box shadow. See the box right there? It's got this little shadow peeking out of the right. These are all things that you guys don't really need to worry about. It's called advanced settings for a reason. So I don't want to take up too much time on all this advanced stuff, but I just want to show you that it is there and you can do it. So many cool tips and tricks to make your website pop even more. But 99% of people that hop on your website are just looking for a contact us page. They just want to get in touch with you. They want to text you. They want to call you, whatever it is. So let's scroll down. Next, we've got border options if you want to do a full border. So I'll click on full border and I'm going to come down here to border radius. And this is how you change these sharp edges on the borders. So if I go down to like a 50 pixel, look at that. The edges become kind of a circle. But let's do like 5 pixels. And there you go. Now they're less sharp, but it's still a rectangle. So these are just things that can make everything pop a little bit better. Once again, it's just an advanced setting. It's not that big of a deal. Also under advanced setting, you can change the visibility. So if you want this to be visible on the desktop, but not the mobile, you can actually click off for mobile. And then if you go over to mobile, it's gone. So that's how that works. There's a lot of cool tips and tricks and reasons for doing this. One of the main reasons you would ever do this is if you have a photo like this that works great on desktop right here. See, it fits perfectly, but then over in mobile, it doesn't really look that great. You might want to change that photo. So for that scenario, you can actually duplicate the entire section. See, we duplicated it. Now there's 2 of them. Then click on the section, go back to advanced and click off for mobile. Now go back to desktop, go to the original section at the top here, go to advanced and click off for desktop. And there we go. Now we have 2 separate sections, one where you can only see it on desktop and one where you can only see it on mobile. So why is this important? Because now I can change the photo on the desktop and it will have 0 effect on the mobile photo. I can also change anything on this section and it won't affect the mobile section. So instead of simplified roofing, I can type in professional roofing and I can go over to mobile and it still says simplified roofing. So this is just a really cool trick that I learned because I had to learn it when I first started building websites, because this is going to happen all the time. You guys are going to have an amazing photo. It's going to look great on desktop. It fits perfectly. You come over to mobile and it looks freaking terrible. This is the easiest way to fix that problem. Duplicate, go over to advanced, turn it off for mobile, turn it off for desktop, and change everything that you want. So there you guys go. Really cool hack. Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, try it out for yourself. I promise it will. All right, guys, I'm going to add another section and we are on bullet list. So let me drag bullet list and there you go. Now you've got a bullet list. Nothing really crazy. Everything over here is the exact same. So I don't really need to break all that down, but you can just type in whatever you want and you can have as many bullet lists as you please. You can also change everything in the font, the bold, italics, underline, add a link. You can do all this by just highlighting the text, just in case you didn't know that. So I can type in hello, press enter, and have another check mark right under that. Pretty simple. Like I said, you can make as many lists as you want. Maybe list off all the features for your business. Doesn't really bother me. All right, guys, we're going to click plus again. And this time we're going to go to the buttons. Buttons are really, really important. You will definitely be having buttons on your websites. So we're going to grab the button, drag and drop. And there we go. We got a really basic button where we can change all the text, everything that we want. It's all under general. So let me scroll all the way down. So you can see at the bottom, it says text options. Click to sign up. We're going to change that. We just typed in get a quote. We can even do a subtext if we want. I put, we will text you ASAP. And then down here is where you control the button action. What does the button do? When you click on this, what do you want it to do? So we're going to click on button action. And we've got all these different options right here at the bottom. Do you want it to open a pop-up, which is what we're going to be doing? Do you want it to go straight to a website URL? So when you click on the button, it goes to another website. Do you want it to hide elements, show elements? Most likely you will never do those. Do you want it to scroll an element? This is pretty common. If you click scroll to element, once you click on the button, it will automatically scroll you to another section of the website. I've seen a lot of businesses do this. Basically, it just scrolls you to a form, which we don't need to do because we're just going to have a pop-up anyway. But don't worry, I'm going to cover that in a second. You can have it go to another page inside of the website. For example, if this get a quote button said book an appointment, I could link it to another page that has a calendar on it, and then they can book the appointment from there. The next one is one click up, down, sell product. We're not selling a product for this, so we're going to avoid that one. We can have the button go straight to a call, go straight to a text or an email address, and even a membership if you have a course. So there are so many different awesome options to choose, but we're going to stick with open a pop-up, and let me show you why. So now that we have open pop-up, we have to create the pop-up window. So up here at the top, there's a little button right here called pop-up settings. We're going to click on pop-up settings and we're going to create our pop-up window. So click add row, one column, add element. We're going to do a headline, add another element. We're going to do a sub-headline, and then we're going to add a form, which is right here. So let's click add form, and we don't have any forms to put in, but I will take you to the form builder and we will build it later. It's pretty basic. It's just going to have name, number, email. And then once the form is built, you're going to choose the form that you want, and it's going to go right inside of your website to collect the customer's information, which is the whole point of having a website in the first place. So there you guys go. That is exactly how you're going to create a pop-up window connected to a button. So when they click the button, this pops up on their screen, they put in their information, they click submit, and they get an automatic text or an email straight from the system. Doesn't get easier than that. That is exactly how a business should be run. I'm going to click save up here at the top right. It's really important to save your work because all of this could go away in a second. And if you don't save it, it is gone. I don't want any of it to disappear. So always click save. And when you're ready to publish your work, once you have your domain purchased and everything's connected, then you can click publish and it will be live for everyone to see. All right, guys, now we've covered button and forms. Let's click on plus again. We're going to scroll down here to blog posts. Let's click on blog posts. And this is where you can put in your own blogs. You can actually go create the blogs inside of GoHighLevel. So if you're into blogging, definitely check this out. I don't know much about blogging personally, so I'm not going to weigh in on this matter. I know that it's good for SEO purposes, which means search engine optimization, which is a fancy term for saying how easy can people find you on Google. But for this scenario, I'm going to stay away from blogging and we're going to click plus again. Next, we've got category navigation. So this is where you can create your own categories and then have a search bar to navigate through them. Pretty awesome if you have an intricate website where you have multiple categories and people needing to search to find them. But for most businesses, they probably won't need all this. And if you want to change the categories, you go over here, you change the category name right here, and then you have it go to the category URL, click on the category that you want, and then you submit it. So that's pretty much it. Nothing too crazy. Another feature most of you will not be using. So let's move on. We're going to click plus again, and we're going to go to image slider. This is where you can actually create a slideshow for your website. For a long time, this was not inside of the website builder for GHL, and I really wanted it. So I'm pretty happy about this. And this is a perfect segue into getting into photos. How do you upload a photo into a site? Well, let's do it now. So I'm going to come down here to images. I'm going to click on the image, and I can either upload the image right here by clicking plus new and upload the file, or I can go to my media over here to the left, click on Unsplash and type in anything that I want and then use professional photos. These are stock images. They're completely legal. You can use them. So let me type in power washing. Let's see what comes up. Okay, cool. A lot of different options for washing, but it doesn't really have a power washing option. Well, there's one right there. So we can use this, or we can just go straight to Google and use Google images. But honestly, what most of you guys will be using are images of the actual business. Definitely use your own images. It's just for this scenario, I don't have any power washing images because I don't have a power washing company. But if I did, I would be taking my own photos and using those on the site. So let's click on this one real quick. And there you go. Now let's click on the next slide and add another photo. Go back to Unsplash. All right, I'm just messing around. I typed in cleaning car. I'm just going to click on one of these and then I'm going to go to slide 3 and do one more just to show you what it looks like. For this one, I typed in window cleaning. So let me click on that. And there you go. I'm going to click save and I want to see what it looks like on the website. So I'm going to click this little eyeball, which is the preview button, and check this out. It's our beautiful website we just made. So I'm going to scroll down here and as you can see, we've got the slideshow where I can just click on the slideshow button and it'll take me through all the different photos that we just added. Pretty simple, pretty easy, nothing too complicated so far. I'm sure all of you guys can do this. All right, guys, we're going to scroll down again, click the plus button, and now we are on the video section. So we're going to click on the video, and this is where you can add a video into your site. I love adding videos into websites. I think it increases engagement and absolutely crushes when trying to inform somebody of something that you do. So I'm a big supporter of adding videos into your site. And over here to the right, you can see all the different types of videos that you can add. You can add in a YouTube video, a Vimeo link, Wistia, custom embed, HTML5, or just a hosted video in general, where you can select the photo right off your phone or your computer. So I highly recommend adding videos to your websites. They absolutely crush. And I have so many videos on YouTube showing how to film, how to create time-lapse videos, how to get the right angles, everything that you need to know in order to get a good video for your site and a good video for running ads. Videos are everything, and inside of that Business 101 course, I actually break that down. So if you haven't claimed that Business 101 course yet, completely free, go check it out. And then of course, get the rest of the videos by joining the community where I break down my best performing ads, my content, everything. All right, guys, next we're going to click plus again, and we're going to go to a regular image. So this is really good if you just need to add an image, no slideshow, no video. It's the same method as the slideshow. You're going to come down here to image options, click on the image button, and then add the image. You can also change the size of the image over here in padding and margins, and you can change the animation of the image too. It's all the exact same, everything I've already explained before. So let's click on plus again. And now we're going to do the FAQ section. This is where you can have a drop-down menu for frequently asked questions. You can edit the list right over here, where you can even have a photo to go with the drop-down menu. Pretty awesome. I highly recommend doing this just because it looks super clean. Most people won't actually click on it, but it's definitely one of those features that I acknowledge when I go to a site. So there you go. That's how you do it. You edit it over here. You can even click separated, contained, or simple. As you can see, all the features changed over to the left. So just click the one that looks best for you. I think separated looked pretty pretty cool. We can click on plus over here and we can add more items. And then you change everything over here to the left where you can type in the different features that you want and the different questions that you want. And then you can add in the photo too. But anyway, that's the FAQ section. Let's go down and click plus again. Scrolling down, we've got custom where you can do a custom code. If you're good at coding, you can code in anything you want inside of the website builder. I've seen a lot of people do this before. I personally do not know how to code. I am not a computer programmer. I did not go to school for that. And I really don't have any urge to learn how to code because this builder does everything for me. So I'm going to be skipping the coding option. Next, we've got survey where you can actually create a survey in the survey builder. You just click this button, take me to the survey builder, build your own survey and add it into the website. Super easy for anyone who's trying to build out a survey. Basically just a list of questions that people are going to have to answer. Then you can take those answers and use them for your business. This is actually used quite often inside of websites. So if you think you're going to be asking your customers a lot of questions, then by all means, add a survey to your website. We're going to click plus again. And next we have the calendar option. So if you guys want a calendar for booking appointments, for booking phone calls, whatever it is, meetings, I don't care what it is. If you need a calendar inside of your site, you're going to create the calendar inside of the calendar settings, and you're going to add the calendar right here. Very basic, very simple. Just need you to know that it is a possibility and it is an option. Click plus again, and we've got a map. So you're going to use a map if you need someone to get to a destination. This is really good if you have a storefront, because then you can just add the map, click on the map, scroll over here to map options and click on open search box. And then you can just type in the location that you want. So let me type something in. I typed in Scottsdale, Arizona, which is where I'm at right now. I'm going to click yes, save. And there you go. Now the map is to Scottsdale, Arizona. Obviously you can put in the business address here and it can go straight to that business. It's going to open up maps on their phone. And it's just a pretty cool feature. You can also change the map style. So we can click terrain, we can click satellite, which looks like this, or we can go to hybrid, which looks like this. I think for this option, I'm going to go back to roadmap. This one looks the cleanest in my opinion. So let's stick with it. You can change the dimensions of the map, the retina, and open a new tab if you want them to click on it and open in a brand new tab. Then of course, you're going to click open new tab. Then we're going to click save, scroll down, click plus again, scroll down even more. And we've got SVG. This is for SVG images. Nothing too exciting. Let's just click it. And this is where you can change the SVG image and open the SVG editor over here to the right. Most of you will never be using this option. So we're going to skip it for right now. And I'm going to click plus again. All right. This next one is super cool. This is for reviews and you can actually connect your customer reviews on Google to this site. So it's going to show the entire review widget and all the reviews that you have on Google. You can also customize it to where it only shows 4 and 5 star reviews. So if you do have a 1-star or a 2-star review, it's not going to show it on the site. You don't have to worry. It's all automatic. Pretty cool. Love this review widget. And it's something that every site should 100% have. Let's click plus again. Next, we've got a countdown timer. These are all different countdown timers. We've got the regular countdown, the minute timer, and the day timer. So let's click countdown. And this is where you can change your own countdown timer. For instance, let's say you had a product or a service. There's only 3 hours left to claim it. You can choose the end date, the end time, translate it to English or a different language, whatever you want to do. It's all right here. You can add that in. Pretty cool if you need to implement some sort of urgency to get the customer to act. Let's click plus one more time, scroll down to blocks, and we've got navigation menu. So I'm going to click on navigation menu, and this probably looks familiar because it's at the top way up here. This is our navigation menu where you can put your logo in at the top left, have your homepage, your about us, your services, your FAQs, and you can change everything about the menu right up here. Notice how the menu items are here. You can change this to whatever you want so that when you click on the home button, it takes you to the home page. You can also delete it. So if I go to testimonials and I click delete, notice how it disappears up here. I go to FAQs and I click delete too. It is gone as well. So there you go. That is a really important section. Almost all websites have a section like this, so I highly recommend using it and having it point to your different pages. Let me scroll down even more. We're going to click plus one more time and we're going to click on the divider. So I'm actually going to put the divider in between two things because I'm trying to divide it. So there you go. That's what it looks like. And we can actually change the length of the divider. So instead of 100% width over here to the right, let's do 50. Actually looks a lot cleaner as a 50% divider than if you just do some long line across the entire site. So that's what divider looks like. You can also change the thickness. So if I click on height, I can go to 5px and it becomes much thicker. So there you go. That's how dividers are going to be used and they can really separate certain things out from other sections. Let's click plus again and we've got progress bar. So I'm going to click on progress bar. You can see the bar is right here. You can change what it says. We'll type in processing and there you go. It says processing and you've got the bar right there. You can change the padding and the margins of the bar itself. And I don't know. I mean, this could come in handy once again. If you have some type of urgency offer and you're trying to act like it's running out soon, then you could probably do a progress bar right there. But once again, most of you will not be using this. So let's click plus. And next we've got image feature. This is where you can add an image with the feature headline and the text to the right of the image. This also comes in handy. I see this one used a lot on websites. It's just a clean feature that shows the photo, shows the headline, shows something about the photo. Pretty good when you need to describe something. So a lot of you may like this feature and you may want to add it. Next, we're going to click plus. Scroll down even more. We've got social icons. Let me drag that one over. And this is where you can add all your different social medias and then connect them over here to the right. So for instance, if I wanted to add my Facebook account, I'm going to click this little button right here. I'm going to click the edit button and I'm going to connect my Facebook account right there. Then I can open in a brand new window or open in the current window. And then I can update it. Also, if I don't have all of these, I can delete the ones that I don't have. So if I don't have Twitter or X, I can actually click delete. And there we go, it's gone. I highly recommend adding this for all of your businesses because it just makes it that much easier for them to get connected to your social medias, which is always a good thing. Now we're gonna click plus, and we're gonna scroll down here to 2-step order form, 1-step order form, and order confirmation. This is only if you have products that you're selling. So for instance, I'm gonna go to a 1-step order form, drag and drop, and there you go. Notice how it looks like a regular product order form where you can purchase something? That's because it is. And everything about this order form can be changed over here in the general and the advanced section. For instance, if you don't have shipping, then you can scroll down here and where it says show shipping, click hide shipping, and there you go, no more shipping option. So pretty basic. I actually cover all of this in the payments and products video inside of YouTube, so definitely check that one out if you want to learn more about adding product pages. Once again, most of you watching are not trying to do this, you're just trying to create a website for a local or small business. So let's click save at the top right, and there we go. We've gone through every single section of the website builder. Pretty awesome. Now you guys know how to do all of this, and the next step is just implementing it inside of the site itself. So I'm going to take the entire section, I'm going to delete it, and we're back to the regular site. All right, guys, so now that you know the basics of the website builder, you can actually start building your websites, which is what we're going to do right now. The first thing that we can do is we can upload our logo right up here at the top. So we'll click on the navigation center and we'll scroll all the way down until we find the image options under brand logo. Then you can click on it, click plus new, and you can upload a file. Now I actually don't have one yet, so let me go make one real quick in Canva so I can show you what it looks like. All right, guys, I just went to Canva, I went to the logo section, I typed in power washing, and I found this one right here. So let me click it. I'm gonna go with the white background, and this is the logo that I'm gonna be using for this example. So now let's make it fit perfectly in the dimensions. So I'm gonna click resize up here in the top left. Then I'm gonna click on custom size right here, and I'm just gonna type in 3500 by 900. Then I'm gonna click continue, and I'm just gonna click copy and resize. All right, now we have to make it fit in these exact dimensions. So I'm gonna grab the actual logo itself, and I'm going to move it over here and expand it. Then I'm going to grab the words. I'm going to make that a lot bigger too, so that it fits the entire space. Then we're going to change this to power washing. We're going to move that up a little bit, grab the entire thing and make it bigger. Once you feel that it fits pretty well, you're going to save it, and then we're going to upload it in the website builder tool. It's also important to do a transparent background whenever you're saving, and that's another reason why I love Canva Pro. Totally worth it. All right, guys, now that it's uploaded, let's go back to the brand logo. Let's click on upload, and then we're just going to double click by the logo, and there it is. Obviously, this is really small, so the first thing we're going to do is change the width to about 250, and then you have to change the height to 0, and look, it fits perfectly. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Let's do 300, and then I don't love the margins right here, so I'm going to scroll back up to the margins, and I'm going to take away this 30 pixel, go back to 0, and then 30 pixel down here, I'm going to go back to 0. So the reason I did that is to just make this section fit way better, and as you can see, it looks a lot better. But let's go over to the mobile view and check this out. This looks insane. This is one of those problems with the website builder that you need to overcome. I told you beforehand, if you can't figure out the difference between desktop and mobile, then you need to do that little trick I told you about earlier. So I'm going to go back into desktop mode. I'm going to click on the entire section, this whole section right here, and I'm going to go over to advanced, and I'm going to click off visibility for mobile. So now if I go over to the mobile section, look, it's completely gone. I can either keep it this way, or I can click add a section. I can do a full width. I can push it back up, and now I can add whatever I want, which could just be the logo if that's what I want to do. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a row, add one column, add an element, scroll all the way down until I find navigation menu. I'm going to click on navigation menu, and if it fits well, then I will use it. If it doesn't, then I'm just going to go with a simple logo at the top. Trust me, guys, it doesn't matter that much. So now I'm going to scroll all the way down until I find the brand logo again, and I'm going to upload that exact same image. Now it's massive again, so let's fix those dimensions. And after messing around with it, this will happen sometimes. The navigation menu clearly does not want to go under the mobile unless you remove the logo itself. So if I click off on logo and menu, notice how it fits much better. I'm just going to ignore it completely, get rid of the navigation menu, add another element, and I'm going to go all the way up here until I find image, and then I'm going to upload the logo under the image. And look at that, looks way better. So if you want your website header to look like this with the logo at the top, that's totally fine. You might want to adjust all of these different dimensions to make it fit a lot better, but as of right now, I'd probably just delete it in general. They're going to see your name and your logo on so many different pages anyway, so I'll keep it for right now, but I might end up deleting it only for mobile. It's going to stay on desktop, and then when you go back to desktop, you'll notice this giant section right here. So of course, we're going to go back into advanced, and we're going to click off for desktop. There you go. Super easy. You're going to run into these issues all the time. You just need to know how to fix them. All right, guys, now that we've done that, we're going to go to the main section of the website, the first photo that they see. So I've already picked out a photo that I'm going to be using. So let me go choose that real quick under the BG image. It's going to be this one right here. Is it the best photo? Absolutely not. But notice how there's a background color. I like having that black background tint. And if you scroll all the way down, you can actually tint it even more or tint it even less. So if I did a heavy fade, notice how it's even more dark and these words pop out even better. better. So it just depends on how you want that background to look. I do like the heavy fade, but let me go back to half fade. I'm not really sure which one I like better. Let me stick with heavy fade, and we can always adjust and change it later. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the words right here. So instead of trustworthy roofing, I'm just going to type in whatever I want. You guys can use ChatGPT. You can go to other really big company names that are in your industry and find out what they're putting. Pretty much utilize whatever you need to when it comes to copyright, because not everyone's going to be able to stare at a website and know exactly what to put. So for this, I'll just say trustworthy power washing, and under professional roofing, I'll just type in professional cleaning. We can keep in get a free quote now. When it says call now, it's going to put in the location phone number, which is basically just the phone number that's on file in the sub account. So that should be the business phone number. But there are a couple cool tips and tricks. If you want them to be able to click the phone number and go straight into a call or text, that is actually possible. I'll show you what that looks like at the end. But for now, we're going to go straight to get a free quote, and I'm going to keep it as get a free quote. I think that's perfectly fine, but I need to scroll all the way down to the bottom, and I need to make sure that the button links to a pop-up, because that's what we're going to be doing, is a pop-up window. I want whenever someone comes onto the website, they click the button, brings up a pop-up, and shows the form. That's all I care about. So we do have pop-up. We're going to keep it that way. We don't need to change anything. But if we do want to change a couple things, like the color scheme, we can do that. So let me scroll all the way back up. I'm going to go over here to background color at the top, click on the background color, and let me see what this blue looks like. Not too bad, but not really for me. Let's see what a lighter blue looks like. This goes a little bit better with our color scheme right here. But if I really want the exact color of my logo, I can actually go find it inside of Canva and then add the color right here. So let me go show you how to do that. So I'm back in Canva. I'm going to click on this section right here, click on the color itself. Let's do the dark blue right here. And then if I hover over it, you can see it's hashtag 004AAD. So I'm going to memorize that. Then I'm going to go back to GoHighLevel and put it in. I'm going to click on didn't find your color, add a custom one here. And there we go. 004AAD. And there it is. It's the exact same color. I'm going to click add color. And now we have the color of our logo right there. Notice how there's a red outline. We can actually get rid of that in the advanced section. So we're going to scroll down here to border options. We're going to click on the border color, and we're going to click on the exact same color that we did previously. Then I can scroll down even more, and I can change the border radius. So if I wanted to do 10, it's going to round the edges just a little bit more. I think that looks pretty good. And if I want to make the button even bigger, because this button does look kind of small, I can go back to general. I can go to the font size right here, and I can change it. So let's see what 20 looks like. Perfect. I think that looks great. Now let's scroll down and change the color scheme again right here. So for this background, I'm going to see what it looks like with the other color of the logo. So let me go back to Canva. This time I'm going to do the lighter color, which is 54AFE6. So let me type that in. So I'm going to click on background color, didn't find the color, and then I'm going to type in 54AFE6. And there it is. Let's add the color and see what it looks like. Perfect. I think that looks so good, so clean. Maybe if I was really taking my time, I'd go into Canva and I'd add like a design on the background. But for right now, we're just trying to get this website up and running. So let's save it at the top right. And then under get a free quote, we're going to click on that. Make sure it's linked to the pop-up as well. All these buttons should go straight to the pop-up, because like I said before, it's going to open a form. They're going to put in the form and they're going to get text back immediately. That's the point of why we're doing all of this. So let me scroll back up, and we're going to change the background color right here to that darker blue. There you go. Looks clean, looks good. And let's go back to mobile view and make sure everything looks the exact same. So far, it looks pretty good. I think I'd change some of the dimensions right here. And this photo clearly is not the perfect photo for mobile. So I'm going to click on the photo itself, and I can change how the photo looks over here in image options. So if I wanted to do full width and height, clearly that does not work. So I can go back and do 100% width. It's getting a little better, but still not there. I think we have to stick with full center, and we just have to find a better photo that fits with mobile. Of course, the first thing I'm going to do is go back to desktop mode. I'm going to click on the entire section. I'm going to duplicate it, go to the duplicated section, click advanced, and click off for desktop. Go to the main section, go to advanced, and click off for mobile. So now I can change everything on the desktop version and it will not affect the mobile, and I can change everything on the mobile version and it won't affect the desktop. Just make sure your buttons are all linked. That's the only thing that matters, but you guys will test that out later. So now I'm going to click on the background, go back to the BG image and change it. All right, guys, I added a few different images here. Let's try some of them out. Okay, wow, this one looks way better right out the gate. I'm going to take that background and I'm going to change the heavy fade back to a half fade. And there we go. Looks way better. So in under 5 minutes, I've taken a major problem that most people would have probably given up already on, and I have fixed it. It's not that big of a deal, pretty easy to fix. Just understand the basics of the website builder and you will be fine. Now we can scroll down even more, and this part is easy. We're basically just going to be adding in different photos, and if you have videos, then you're going to be adding those in. But like I always say, the less you change, the better. Notice how all of this is perfectly fine. Everything looks fine. We just need to change the color scheme a little bit, maybe change the margins, change the text, and obviously stuff like this needs changed. I'm not really sure what happened here, but these are all things I'm going to show you exactly how to fix, because this is crazy. Like, this is going to happen in some of these templates, but it's super easy to fix. So let me scroll back up, and we're going to add in some photos here. I've already gotten a bunch of photos, so I'm just going to keep adding them in here. And instead of top roofing contractors, I'm going to change this to top power washers in the Midwest. And then right here is where you would change everything you want inside of the website. website to the actual copyright. Once again, use ChatGPT, come up with it on your own, or just have the business send you what they want to put inside of the site. Notice how there's like a lot of empty space right here. I don't like that. I think it looks bad. So I'm going to go to the margins under 60 pixels. I'm going to go back down to 0. And I'm just going to keep changing all the margins until it finally fixes itself, which clearly it did right here under the purple section. Sometimes you got to go through different sections to find out which one works and which one doesn't. I also noticed they have a background right here. I think that background image is a roof. So I could change the roof background image right here, or just get rid of it in general by deleting the entire link. And there we go. Now it's a black background image. I want to change that too. Let's see what white looks like. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. A lot of empty space. So we'll do the blue. Looks a little better, kind of looks cheap. This is probably where I'd add an actual background, which if you want to learn how to do that, then you're going to go to background image right here. We're going to go to transparent on the actual background, and we're going to click the BG image button, click on my media, and we're going to go to backgrounds. This is where you can actually pick the texture. So if I want to do a blue texture, I'm going to do this one right here. And the texture should change a little bit, but I'm not really seeing much here. So I'm going to click on full center parallax, change it to full center. Notice how it changes a little bit, but nothing crazy. So let me try a different one. Go back to backgrounds, and let's keep scrolling until we find some type of texture here. I think this one might work. Yep, let's try this. All right, that looks way better, way more clean, way lighter, almost looks like a cloud. I think we're gonna stick with that one for right now. Then I'm gonna change the photo right here. There we go. I might change the dimensions. Let me see what it looks like. So changing the dimensions of this gets rid of that white bar that we had at the top. And then if I change the dimensions up here, then it's gonna push us a little bit closer. So I'm gonna do about a 5. And there we go. I think that looks way better. I'm a big margin and padding guy, so I'm gonna mess around with the margin and padding probably more than anything else inside of the website builder, just because I'm so OCD about that. But remember, we have to make sure it looks good in desktop and mobile. So let me go back to desktop and let's make sure that it looks pretty good. One thing about desktop versus mobile is when you have these photos all lined up, it doesn't look very good unless the photos all have the same dimensions. So what you can do is you can go into Canva, take these photos, upload them into the correct dimensions under Canva, all the exact same, maybe do like a perfect square, make sure they fit in those dimensions, and then put them back in here. That's why Canva is going to be your best friend when it comes to any type of design, because it's just going to make everything look so much better. So I highly recommend doing that, because then we can have a perfect square image for every single spot right here, and it's all going to fit perfectly, and these buttons are all going to be perfectly aligned. So these are just things to think about. And of course, we're going to change the color of every single button. So there we go. That was super easy. And then we've got that little red outline on every single one. So click on the button, go to advanced, scroll all the way down to the border color. I would do a transparent and just do that for every single one. Now we can scroll down. We can change the text color right here. So let's click on the orange box. We can highlight it, scroll over to color, and let's try one of these blue colors. I like this darker one. It pops out a lot better. Then we're going to scroll down even more, and we're going to change the background color of all of these. So let's click on the purple section, click on the color, and let's see what the dark looks like. Wow, that looks way better. Let's see what the light. No, the dark is way better. So we're going to go with the dark blue, which of course is the same color as our logo. And we're going to change all these to the dark blue. Then of course we're going to change the button down here. And there we go. Tell me that doesn't look so much better. It's already popping out more. It looks better. It looks cleaner. And it matches our logo image. Of course, we're going to change some of these words around. I typed in comprehensive power washing. I made it fit a little bit better. And I'm going to change the font size. I cranked it up to about 72. I'm going to change the font size of what do we offer. That looks a little bit better too. And then I'm going to come up here, and I don't want the 60 pixels. Once again, I'm a padding and margin freak. So I'm going to pull this one down to about there. 27 pixels looks much better. Scroll to the bottom, and I'm going to pull this one down just a little bit. How about to 30? Yep, that looks good. Let's scroll over here. This is a really long photo because they have a bunch of different options over here to the right. And I believe this is where it starts looking really, really strange over in the mobile section. And I am correct. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change it up completely. We're going to go back to desktop. We're going to click on the entire section. We're going to duplicate the entire section, scroll down to the duplicated section, and do what we always do. Go to advanced. We're going to click off. Then we're going to scroll back up to the main section, click advanced, and make sure we click off for mobile. All right, guys, now we can go over to the mobile section and change everything that we want. I'm honestly going to get rid of the entire thing because I have no idea what's going on here. It obviously looks terrible and it's just not going to fit. So let me delete the entire section, and it looks significantly better already. Notice how everything fits much better. Once again, I changed the margins on the bottom. So let me go to 60 pixels, pull that down, and then we can go over to testimonials where I can change the margins again, change it on the top, 50 pixels, pull it down. And this is where we can change everything about the testimonials. If you guys want to add the different photos, you can totally do that. Or if you want to get rid of testimonials altogether, by all means, just delete the entire section. It's not that big of a deal, even though I do think testimonials are really, really important, but I think they look even better if you have Google reviews and then you put your Google reviews on the website. I already showed you guys how to do that in the beginning, so I think that would be a lot better. But if you have a few reviews, definitely add them in here, add the photos. It's going to look awesome. Put in their review right here and their name and what business they're from, or if they're just a regular consumer, then you can put that too. So there you go. That's going to be the the testimonial section. Then we get down to the bottom. Now there's a lot going on here, so I want to break this all down for you. First thing we're going to do is add the logo. So let me go back to image, and there we go. We've got the logo right there. If you don't want it to be a dark background, just click on the entire thing and change the background image. But notice if you go to white, all the white fonts are going to disappear. So I recommend doing this last, or just change it to something that looks a little bit better. Clearly we can't do this light blue because it is the exact same color unless we go and change the logo to a white, which actually would look so clean right here. So let me go do that real quick. I'm going to change everything that has this blue to a white color. So there we go. I changed everything to white. It looks like it disappeared, but trust me, it didn't. Now I'm going to go download it, make sure it has a transparent background. So we're going to click transparent background right here. And then let me show you what this looks like. All right, guys, we're back in. We're going to click on the logo, scroll down to image, upload the new image. And there we go. This looks way, way cooler. So I'm going to keep one logo like this and the other logo like this at the top. Both look great. I'm totally fine with this. You can have different variations of your logos because there are going to be white backgrounds. There are going to be dark backgrounds, and you need to be able to adjust for both. All right, guys, now that we have our logo done, let's click on the margins again. 60 pixels is way too much. So I'm going to do about 15 right there. Scroll to the bottom and change the bottom margins from 60 to about 20. Then we're going to scroll up. I'm going to do a little divider right here. So I clicked on the little plus icon. I'm going to scroll down until I find divider, which is right here. I'm going to drag, drop it, and I'm going to change the width from 100% to about 50. I think that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to change the pixels to about 2. Perfect. Let me see what the color scheme looks like. I'm going to change that to white, and I think that looks pretty good. So I just added a little divider. I might change it later. I might think it looks terrible, but now I can actually copy the divider and drag it wherever I want. So I can put a divider between each section, which does in fact look pretty good. I'm going to copy it again and drag the divider under services. And then of course, I'm going to change all of these dimensions. Again, we've got 30 pixels. And some of these quick links I don't even want. Like I don't need a quick link for testimonials, FAQs, and blogs. So I'm going to delete the entire thing. So let me go to the purple section, click delete, and this looks way better. Honestly, I might delete quick links in general, except for the bottom section, because this is a lot to handle right here and almost no one's going to use it. So I'm going to delete this section too. And then per usual, I'm going to change the dimensions right here. The padding's at 30 pixels. We're going to change that down to 0. And we've got the location full address right here. So this will automatically put in the address of the business itself, depending on what you put inside of the sub account settings. This is also going to put in their phone number and the location email. But let me show you a really cool trick on how to hyperlink a telephone number and an email. So I'm going to delete the entire thing and I'm going to type in a random phone number here. So there we go, random phone number. I'm going to highlight the phone number itself. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to click this little link right here. And then I'm going to type in TEL colon and then paste it. I'm also going to get rid of the parentheses and just put a dash right there. And this should work perfectly. And I'm going to keep it under the current window. And then I'm going to click save. And check this out. It becomes a clickable link that when you click on it, it will go straight to a phone call. Pretty cool. Not a lot of people know that trick. I can actually click on the section, scroll all the way down here, and notice under link text, it says blue. I can change this to green. I can change it to black. I can change it to white. Whatever it is I want to do, I can change it to that color. I think for this scenario, I'm going to do black just so it'll stand out a little bit more. And before I show you how to do the email, check this out. I can actually add a little phone icon right here too. So I'm going to scroll back up. It says icon. I'm going to click on icon. I'm going to type in phone and I'm going to click one of the phone icons. And there you go. Looks perfect. Now let's go do the same thing for email. I'm just going to type in a random email here. So I typed in spiralwind@gmail.com. I don't even know if this is a real email, but we're just going to test it out. I'm going to click on the link. And this time you're going to type in mail and then TO. So mail to colon, and then just type in the email. Then you're going to click save. And look, it did the same thing. Let's change the link text color again. We're going to change that to black. And let's scroll all the way up. Search in the icons, mail. And let's just do this one right here. And there you go. Super professional, super easy. I highly recommend doing that. It's just going to make your website that much better. And don't worry, at the top here, I did not forget these social media icons where you can just click on the section, add your social medias here, click update, and you're good to go. I highly recommend doing this. It's very professional and it's just another really cool feature. Now we're going to get to the bottom of the website. This doesn't seem important at first, but it is unbelievably important. And please pay attention when I tell you this. If you're trying to get approved for A2P, which should be every single one of you watching, you need to have your privacy policy and terms and conditions linked right here. If you do not have that, you're not going to get approved for A2P. So let me show you exactly how to do that. There are a few different tips and tricks on how to do this. So I'm going to show you a couple of them. First thing I'm going to do is click save. Trust me, we do not want any of this to not save. That would be a nightmare. I've seen it happen. People spend 3 hours on a website, they forget to save it, and it's all gone. Don't be one of those people. Trust me, it's not fun. All right, guys, the first thing we're going to do is click go back, and then I'm going to click back again. And over in the funnels section, I do in fact have a privacy policy, but it's a funnel and not a website. And it's also a snapshot of mine that you guys should all get. I give it out for free. So if you don't have the privacy policy snapshot, then just let me know, because this privacy policy has been approved by A2P. So everything inside of here should get you approved and you shouldn't have to edit any of it. So here are the two different ways to get this into a link inside of your website. The first way is by just adding it to the website website itself, which we can't do in this scenario because it's a funnel. I'd basically have to go to websites, create a new page, copy the entire thing, and put it inside of the actual site. But there is a way to link a funnel to a website. So let me show you how to do that. We're going to click on settings at the bottom left. We're going to go over to domains and we're going to connect a domain. So now we're going to input the domain. And if you guys remember from my domain hack section, you can create unlimited subdomains inside of your GoHighLevel account if you put in the correct DNS records for your domain. If you don't remember how to do that, please go watch those videos, but I'm going to give you a quick refresher right now. So let me hop into Cloudflare and show you what I mean. So once you bought your domain and you're inside of your DNS records, you're going to click on add record, and GoHighLevel is going to tell you exactly what records to add. So for instance, if we wanted to add spiralwind.com, we could click continue, click on add record manually, and it would tell you exactly what to do to add that record. But this was just an example. I don't own spiralwind.com, so I cannot do this. But what I can do is a subdomain off of a domain that I've already purchased. So check this out. I can type in spiralwind.seriosystems.com. I can type this in right here, click continue, add the record manually, and as long as I have a CNAME pointing to this host and this required value, I can make as many of these as I want. I can copy the spiralwind, I can go back into the DNS records, I can click on CNAME, copy the name, and now I got to go get the target, which is just right here, sites.ludicrous, copy that, go back into DNS records, paste it, click proxy off, and save. Let's see if it works. Now we're going to go back into GoHighLevel and we're going to verify the record. All right, guys, fingers crossed. And it worked. Now we just need to link it to the correct website. So we're going to click on website, link the domain, and of course it's named roofing, but I'll show you guys how to change that too. We're going to link it to the home page, click on additional options, and link it to the home page as well for the 404 error. Now we're going to click proceed to finish, and we did the first part, but this has nothing to do with the privacy policy, which is the full reason that we're here. I just needed to make sure that the website was active. And obviously, once again, guys, if you purchase spiralwind.com or the actual domain for your business, then you do not have to do this sub-account hack. I'm just doing this because I don't own spiralwind.com. I just use it as an example, but we do have to do this for the privacy policy. So I'm going to click connect domain, and this time I'm going to type in privacy policy dot, and then I'm going to do the Serial Systems one again. I'm going to click on continue, add record manually, and do the exact same process over in the DNS records. There we go. Now I'm going to click proxy off and save. All right, guys, let's see if it worked again. Verify the records. And it did in fact work. We're obviously going to be in the funnel section because that's where our privacy policy is. We're going to link the domain, click on privacy policy, make sure it's privacy policy right there too, additional options, and scroll all the way down until we find privacy policy. Then proceed to finish. And now we're going to go see if it works. So we're going to click on go back. We're going to click on the privacy policy section. We're going to edit it real quick. And honestly, we don't really need to do anything, but if we wanted to add our logo, we totally can. But for this scenario, we don't even need to do that. Just make sure everything looks good. And so far it does. So I'm going to click on publish at the top right. We're going to click on go back, and we're going to click this little button over here where it says visit funnel URL. This is where we find out if it actually works or not. So let's click it. And there we go, guys. It 100% works. So now all we have to do is copy the privacy policy URL. So let's copy that up here. Go back into GoHighLevel. We're going to go over to websites. We're going to click on the roofing site. And by the way, since I'm already in this section, I'm going to click on settings over here to the far right. And this is where you can change the name from roofing to whatever you want. So I'm just going to type in power washing. And then under path, I'm going to change this to power washing as well. And then I'm going to scroll down here and click save. All right, we're going to go back to the edit page. We're going to go to mobile, scroll all the way down. And under privacy policy and terms and conditions, we're going to highlight the entire thing. We're going to stop at the end of condition, click on the link and paste the URL, and we're going to open it in a new window and then click save. And there you go. Now we have the privacy policy linked to the site, which will help us get approved for A2P. We're not only going to click save at the top right, we're going to click publish, click save again. And there are a few more things that we need to do. One of those things is SEO metadata, which you're going to see over here to the left. Anytime you press save, this SEO metadata page is going to come up. And I get it. It looks confusing. It looks weird. Nobody understands it. It's actually super simple. SEO metadata shows you what your link looks like if you send it to someone. So for instance, if I were to send this website to you over text, I can change how it looks right over here. So I can click on content, I can type in the title. So I'm going to type in spiral wind power washing. Then I can type in the description. So I typed in best power washing in the Midwest. Notice how the link looks a little bit different up here now. Then I can scroll down to social image and I can actually put in the logo. So check this out. I'm going to click on the logo image. I uploaded the image. I can scroll back up and this is what it looks like. So if I copy this link and I send it over to you, it's going to look like this. And once again, you can change the dimensions. I could push this all over to the left. So it's not totally off-centered, but that's pretty much it for SEO metadata. Make sure you update it, then click publish again, and you're good to go. Now we need to go into the form builder and make sure we are completely compliant in the form builder section. And then after we do that, we can connect the form to all the buttons that we messed with earlier. So let's click go back. We're going to go over to forms and click on form builder, and we're going to click add form right here. And honestly, the basic form is perfect. It has everything that you're going to need right here. So you can change the name of the form at the top. We're just going to call it main website form. We've got first name, last name, phone number, and email. It's pretty much all you need, but obviously you can add anything you want. If you go over here to the left and add form element, so many different options to add. You can even create your own custom fields for fields that don't exist. So yeah, the form builder is completely limitless, but I have other videos explaining that. I'm not going to take you through the form builder, or this video is going to be like 3 hours long. So let's click X. And here's the most important part when getting approved for A2P. I cannot stress this enough. I covered this in my A2P video. So for anyone who's watched that, then you already know, but check this out. We've got a general settings for terms and conditions. This is so important. Everyone needs to have this on their form and on their website if they're going to be sending out automatic texts or emails. You are going to get in a lot of trouble, or you're just not going to get approved. So make sure you have this. You can change some of the words around, but honestly, the less you change, the better off you're going to be. Make sure you put in your phone number right here where it has all the X's, and you should be good to go. Then you're going to come down here to privacy policy. We're going to click these 3 little dots to the right, click on the hyperlink, and we're going to paste in the URL again for the privacy policy. Confirm it, and there you go. We're going to click save, and now we are done with the form. Let's go put it into the website. So click back. We're going to go over to funnels. We're going to go back to websites, click on power washing, click on edit. We're going to click on the pop-up settings right here at the top. We're going to add a row, add a column, add an element, a headline. Let's do a sub-headline. We're going to add again, and we're going to do a form. We're going to select the form that we just made, which is the main website form, and there it is. Now, of course, we can change the headline right here. Pretty much type in whatever you want right there. We just need to make sure this form is easy to find and easy to go through, because this is the main link from the customer to the business owner. This is how they're going to get connected with them. So you want to make sure it pops up in front of their face every time they press a button. And that is the importance of the pop-up window. So now that we have this, we can click save at the top right. We're going to click publish again. The difference between save and publish, save just saves it as a template. Publish actually publishes it live. So you can change everything and click save, and it won't be published live. But once you click publish, then it's 100% live for the public to see as well. Kind of a cool feature, kind of annoying, depends on how you look at it. All right, guys, one more thing I want to cover is the chat widget. So let's go do that real quick. I'm going to click on go back, and we're going to go over to the chat widget section right here. And then we're going to click on plus new chat widget. We've got 3 different options. We've got SMS and email chat. This is where the customer clicks on the chat, they put in their phone number or their email, and then they get to chat on their phone through text and email with the business owner. This is my favorite one, but you do need A2P approval to do this. So if you don't have A2P yet, then you're going to do a live chat, which is just a regular chatbot that doesn't require a phone number. Now they have to be on the website to receive the chat. So that's the main inconvenience, but you don't need A2P approval. So if you're in the beginning process, this is totally fine. And then next is WhatsApp. This is more so for people outside of the United States who use WhatsApp. So we're going to skip this one, but who knows, you guys might want this, you might use it, and it could be awesome for your chat widget. But for me right now, we're going to do SMS email chat. I'm going to click on select. We're going to change the name of chat widget 1 to SMS chat widget. We're going to click on chat window right here. And this is where you can change everything inside of the chat widget, the title and the intro. We can add an email field if we want to add an email field, but we're not going to do that. And we have additional options down here with the branding. Pretty much everything you could ever imagine can be changed on the chat widget. But for right now, let's go to the widget itself over to the left, click on styles. And this is where you can change what it looks like. So I can have it dark blue. I can change it over to green. This one's like a red color. This one's more of a dark orange. This one's dark purple, or I can just change it to whatever color that I want. For right now, we're going to keep it blue. I'm going to scroll all the way down. I'm going to click on widget customization, which is where I can actually change the widget profile photo. So I'm going to go back into Canva. I'm going to make a perfect widget photo. In order for it to fit perfectly, it basically just needs to fit in a square. So if you have an actual logo icon like I do right here, you're going to get rid of the words. You're going to grab the icon and you're going to make it fit in a square. Once it fits in the square, you're going to download it with a transparent background. And then once you've downloaded it, you're going to go back into your GoHighLevel account. You're going to replace the icon, upload the file, and you're going to double click. And there you go. Looks so much better. I actually think this looks really cool. And then we're going to click save at the top right. And now we have our chat widget. And there's a couple cool things you can do with the chat widget. You can actually get the code for the widget itself, and you can paste this code on a third-party website builder like WordPress or Squarespace or the Google website builder, anything you can imagine. You can paste the code in and have that website connected to GoHighLevel. Pretty cool, but we don't need to do that for GoHighLevel because it's way easier. Check this out. We're going to click on go back. We're going to click on websites. We're going to click on power washing. We're going to click on settings over here to the right. We're going to scroll down to chat widget, and we're going to click SMS chat widget, and then we're going to click save. All right, guys, let's check out if it works. We're going to go straight to the website. So let's click visit funnel URL. And check this out, guys. We've got the website up. It looks clean. Obviously, there's some things that I would change, but for just putting this together in under an hour, I'd say this is pretty cool. I'm going to click on get a free quote right here and check it out. We've got the entire form. Everything looks perfect. I'm going to click on privacy policy, and it takes you right to the privacy policy. This is going to get you approved way easier for A2P processing to get that phone number up and going. Next thing I want to do is check out the chat widget. So let's click on the chat widget down here and look at that. So perfect, so easy. Put in your name, your mobile number, and your message, and and press send. And another awesome thing about this is everything you're seeing can be automated. So we can automate the form, we can automate the chat widget, we can automate the text and phone calls. All of these things can be automated to make this website seem so professional and perfect, because it is. I feel like a lot of people in the beginning get nervous about building websites. They don't understand it. It's so overwhelming, but it really is one of those tools that's so simple to use once you know all the different features and tactics. I promise anyone who puts a month or 2 months into the website builder, you're going to be pros. You're going to be able to do exactly what I just did. So simple, so easy. And yes, the more time you put in the website, the better off it might look, but also let the templates do the work. All these templates are already done for you. Just replace the photos, change the margins a little bit, and connect everything to forms and automations, and you should be good to go. You can make these for clients, you can make it for yourself. You can use your website building skills for so many amazing things, especially in 2024 and 2025. I'm telling you, it's a great skill to have. I have so many people every single day, hey Dom, I don't even know how to get started in business. I don't know how to build a website. I don't know how to do any of these things. And I just sit back and laugh because I know I have the tool that can do it all for them. You just need to know how to use that tool. And before I head out, make sure you go through the free course. This is my brand new business one-on-one course. None of you have seen it yet, so definitely check it out. It's completely free, like I said. And if you want to unlock every single module, all you got to do is hop into our Go High Level school. It's unbelievable. I love this community. It's so great. You will not be disappointed. I will leave the links to everything in the description below. And of course, the link to my affiliate program. If you want to be an affiliate of me for Go High Level, you're going to get 30 days for free. You're going to get all my courses, all my snapshots. Trust me, it's a good thing, guys. You don't become one of the top affiliates in the world by doing nothing. I promise I provide a ton of value and I'm really, really active. I'll respond to all your DMs, shoot me a message, and you will find out why I am the top affiliate of all time. But either way, thank you guys for watching. Get those links in the description below, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.